to another build tutorial. Here we've got a independent suspension setup for your smaller wheels. This suspension seems to work alright with the amount of suspension travel, getting up and over things. Obviously you have your limitation with what comes with the smaller wheels. These ones don't particularly have good grip on dirt and rocks, but you can see here that the springs and the way that everything moves works pretty well. But yeah, we'll just the limitations that I've had, like trying to do independent setups, is if you needed to connect parts with like flat connectors below the actual where you connect the wheel here, this part ends up catching on rocks and other bits of terrain and causing your car to do all sorts of strange things. So yeah, I've tried to come up with a setup that doesn't require you to put anything below the center of the wheel. But yeah, we'll get into the build. Alright, we'll start with a 2x4. Place, and get some go-kart seats. And we'll get some hinges. Place them up and down like so. Zero these out. There we go. And we'll copy those up and one across. Get some tube slopes. There we go. And an old double tube elbow. A fresh hinge. So this is your steering. We'll get another zeroed out hinge. Here the hinges only need to be in the one direction, because the suspension is only travelling up and down. There's no side to side movement or twists. What do I need? I need a spring. Yeah, we'll get a flat connector on top. And we'll put a motor on. So, some wheels. And turn mirror mode off. Get that to the back. Mirror mode back on. Get rid of those. We'll put some tubes in there. We'll just increase the steering. Alright, might actually have to increase the springs. Stiffness just up by 1. There we go. And that's the setup. And you can obviously make the wheels a little bit lower if you needed. For example, could do something like this. Maybe even bring those out here. Not sure whether that'll conflict, but we'll see. Now we've got a bit of increased ride height. Or get a bit of extra ground clearance. Yeah, it has it's a little strange. I guess because of the angle there, the wheels tend to maybe dig into the ground there a bit. Might have to might actually decrease the spring stiffness and increase the dampening. We'll turn that down to 3. Increase that. Sits a bit lower. See if that digs in less. Maybe. You certainly get a lot more ground clearance, so you can traverse more rocks and obstacles. But yeah, something for you guys to mess around with. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one.